Warning. The following program contains mature language and displays opinions and views expressed by three idiots. Please remember it was not their intention to offend you. Sometimes things just happen. Viewer discretion is advised.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Are we gonna cut all this?
We'll see what I can work around,
Okay.
and then we'll keep it chopped up. Anyways, welcome back to another episodic.
Episodic.
It's the 19th episode, which means in Canada, this episode is legal of age. This episode could drink responsibly and legally.
You can officially
Dab on it.
hit us up now.
But yeah.
You can slide in our DMs now.
Welcome to episode 19 of the PeepMyPerspective podcast. Here we go. I don't want that.
Why? Take it.
No thanks.
That went through my mouth and your internal organs.
I don't want your dance human centipede anywhere near me. What? Anyways,
he would be at the.
It's good for the mind, body,
You'd be
and
at
soul.
the back of the.
you'd defo be last.
No, I'd be the first.
No,
he
he thinks he's the alpha.
Yeah,
I control you guys.
you'd have to fight for first.
Yeah, it would be a really hard fought battle between me and Noemel.
We talk as if like we have to fight in that situation. The mad scientist that drugged us all has already assembled us in whatever order he wants.
You look like my childhood bully. You go in the back.
He'll probably put me in the middle because like he's like, I want to see the fat one squirm. Just like the fattest portion of the centipede.
This right now is reminding me of that video I sent you about the Siamese twins. Do you remember that?
Yeah, man, those videos are brutal.
Where the one's gay and one's not.
No, he did like
Oh.
it's like a skit video, but like it's like a Siamese twin joke. But like a lot of people have done that rendition of that joke either in stand up or on like podcast clips or like a skit like that. That one was pretty freaking hilarious.
So it was basically they pretend to be Siamese twins,
Yeah.
and then one was wanted to, and then the other one was asking to help, so it feels like someone else is doing it for them. So then you're forcing the second person to, or the other twin to use his hand to, and then dad opens the door. He's just like, I told you guys no more playing Siamese twins.
And they get out of this like 4XL shirt that they're sharing. They're like, oh, sorry.
I don't know why it reminded me of that, but
I don't know.
Also-
Yeah, your mind is always there, and I think this is our intervention. You need to stop.
Yeah.
it's time to
Just
stop.
kidding. You like what you like.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, guys, you have to like me regardless of what you think of me because I'll cancel you if you don't.
Oh yeah, you know too much already.
Way too much.
Okay, are you gonna talk about your?
Oh, what happened to me?
Yeah,
on
what
the way
happened to
here?
you today?
I was a little bit late. Not as late as you, but a little bit late. I was driving. I was driving in, but my area's messed up. My area's a bad area. So I was driving, and there's an intersection where there's a lot of traffic, so I have to slow down because it's literally like, construction, because there's like bumps, right?
Yeah.
So I slowed down because of the bumps, and then I start accelerating. Thankfully, I wasn't accelerating before that. Like I slowed down a little bit, and there's a guy that just walks. He's like walking right in front of my car. In the middle of the road, he's walking right in front of my car, and then I have to like hit the brakes really hard. So I hit the brakes really hard, and he's just standing in front of my car, and I don't know what to do. And he's obviously like out of his mind, but like he just starts like backing me up with his car. He's like, and I just start reversing a little bit, and then I wanted to like swerve around him, but he's crazy.
Yeah.
He'll jump in front of my car, and I'll hit him, and then
You should have done that.
I didn't want to. So what I did, I reversed.
Yeah, you didn't want
In
to.
the moment, you know, you feel like you want to, but then
Bro,
No,
that's like me. That's like me all the time. When I see someone walking in front of my car, like I'm just gonna speed up, and then but they're so far away.
Dude,
You know,
I'd rather
just to
hit him.
scare them.
I'd rather deal with him myself than with my car, because with the car it's like
Like
there's
insurance,
yeah,
like
legal issues.
Legally, you can't do it.
But that's what I did. So I put the car in
But
park.
if you just do that, if you were to do that, then you can just leave the country.
Dude,
as if there's like such easy fucking solutions.
dude.
You know, if you just hit him and like did it like twice, maybe a third time, just to ensure,
He may not remember you after that.
and then you could just dip
There's
the country and then be like,
bystanders.
see ya.
And if I did that, watch till the end of the story. Watch what happened if I did that. So I parked the car. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to go fuck this guy up, or like at least like I was planning on getting out of the car. So I put the car in park, turn the engine off, and as I'm getting out, I see police sirens. Thank God, police. I make the sounds. Just pull up, and then I'm like, oh, thank God. I turn my car back on, and they just they get out the car. They start yelling, "Get on the fucking side of the road!" And I'm just like, "Thank you, officers," and I drove off, and that's it. But if I ran him over, the
Were
officers
they trying to
would've-
catch him? Like, was he loose?
They didn't do anything. They just like they just shoot him, and they're like, I get it. That's Billy. He knows. Billy does this every Friday.
Yeah, I think. Well, if I was in your situation, I would feel safe if I was, as long as I was in the car, until I
Yeah.
like purposely got out, and then
I
you're
wouldn't
kinda
get
in the
out.
heat of the moment. I think depending on the person, like your rationale kicks in, and you're like, what the fuck am I doing? So
In my
Yeah.
like, I kept if I backed up a little more, I'm in traffic,
Oh,
so the cars would start piling up behind me.
yeah.
Because it gets cut off into one lane, so because there's construction.
Mm-hmm.
So if I backed up any further, I cut off the way to go to a second lane, and I cut off traffic. So it's me like I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna let this guy do that. I'm gonna stop here, and then
Yeah.
I was just like,
but you actually got out of your car though.
no, I turned my
You're about to.
and I literally, it's like a movie. Like as I'm getting out,
Oh. Yeah, because like I wouldn't do that. I'd stay in my car because I like Noemel said, I would feel safe.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like getting out. I
Was it
didn't.
like,
I
what if
wasn't
they had
like,
a
oh,
weapon?
I'm about to. I felt like this was a situation where even if I had a weapon, I could have dealt with it, and I kind of
A weapon, you would have dealt with it.
He was like a shorter
It doesn't matter how. Okay, he pulled out a gun.
a gun. The best case scenario is for me to be close to you, because then I can just grab onto you. And
Use
Obviously, I
actual
don't-
But you're in-
self-defense.
I don't want to be in that situation. But I'm like, okay, well, what if you had a gun and I'm in the car?
Speaking of guns,
Jeez, man. This guy.
Just
What a
sharing it.
clean transition. What a segue. Lord have mercy. No, it is a good point. Like you're in those moments and you think like
What am I gonna
through
do?
your experiences, you're like depending on your mind, like you're almost like, I've been through a fuck ton, man. I'm invincible, bro. Like my life is like I've got full control. In reality,
Yeah,
everything is circumstantial, and you have no idea what anyone could do at any time.
I definitely don't feel like I'm invincible. I know for a fact
sure.
I'm not, because of my training, and
Yeah,
I go like I'm
exactly.
like ass kicked every fucking week.
Yeah.
I know I'm not invincible.
For sure.
But sometimes you get in situations where I'm like, okay, this guy's like a short. He's kind of crazy. Like I don't want to hurt him, but I think the best thing to do is just to like drag him to the side of the.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like I felt like he was a harmless crazy. Like you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
but all it takes is a gun or a knife, and
yeah,
Yeah.
one wrong move, and then you're.
Yeah, because there's people like that who are like, especially people who have been in prison, and they explain like, I don't think it was worth it for me to spare the 3 seconds of impulsive time that I spent to get me into 60 years worth
Yeah.
of like negative karma bestowed upon me now. Like, great, now I have to like live in this. And I think like the like inevitability of knowing that if you mess up, you can like eventually be in a very like highly pickled situation, because
Are
like
you talking
depending if
about
you
as the
get
guy,
caught,
as the guy defending yourself, like
yeah, like even just
Yo,
like
if
depending
you-
on your actions, regardless of what you're doing, they can result in something very negative, right?
yeah,
like,
worst case I like really hurt the guy, or like
exactly.
Or like
Yeah.
Or
there's
anything happens to you, like
there was an incident where someone
Yeah.
just punched
Exactly.
the guy, and then the guy hit the concrete and died.
yeah, that's-
And then apparently that was first degree murder,
yeah, and it was a self defense though, like he was defending himself, or
Yeah.
or was it like a
or like it
Street
was
fight.
a street fight.
yeah,
if someone comes up with you like trying to attack you, that's a different story. If you kill them, you still like. I don't want. No one wants a body on their fucking. Even if someone comes tries to kill me with a knife or a gun, I don't want to kill that person. Like no one. I don't think any of us want a body on our mind. But
Well, at least I don't.
no, I don't either. Like I don't. Well,
What kind of you down?
Well, I said I don't. He said he doesn't, and you didn't say anything yet.
I was trying to think of the next thing we could talk about because I'm wondering if even this topic is like usable in like regular discussion, which it probably it is.
well,
Like,
well. Why don't I tell RJ what's going on in my neighborhood?
yeah.
All right, what happened? You said that this happened once and twice.
So I was, well, first of all, what I'm about to tell you happens every year. It's just the fact that I witnessed it this year kind of messed with me. It rattled me a little bit.
What?
But I'm just sitting down, and I hear pop, and I'm like, all right, fucking again. So I go and I look out the window, and this time my building's like here, and I have like a window, obviously, and I see a kid just on the floor, just like like stop, and the guy above him with the gun just like yelling at him, like, and so like I'm pretty sure he shot him more, but like I literally.
Did you call the cops?
No,
Why?
I don't want to be a part of that.
What? You witnessed it?
Well, first of all, I heard people downstairs after I zoned back in, because I think he shot him twice more. Like but like I think that messed with me. Like I just like got shocked because it was kids. They're like 15 years old. Yeah, they're like 15.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
But like I heard, then I heard downstairs like, I heard, oh, we're calling the cops. We're calling the cops. And then I just seen the guy who shot him ran off. And I have some like.
Did you record it? You should have recorded it.
I recorded some of it after I heard we're calling the cops already, because my first instinct obviously is to be like someone got shot.
Yeah.
But after that, like I kind of like, and I wanted to delete it off my phone because the kid's like doing this like he's like visible pain.
Well, yeah, you obviously get shot. I think that's.
Yeah, but it's.
I don't think anyone's like, yeah.
No, but it's like
what?
It was sad.
And
to see,
one.
man. It actually rattled me for the whole day. But that happens in my building every year. That happens every single year. Someone gets shot right in front of my building.
Yeah, that's scary, man. Like it's a really like unfortunate reality that we have to live in, because like you brought it up before. I think before we started recording, like just the idea with guns, like, is a curse that like whoever even invented them, and then like I had mentioned, like it's a double curse whoever like put it into law and created the rights around it, because like now it's pretty much put in parameters where you can't even touch it, like it's a human right to in America. And like I think the stance on it's like it's a bit difficult to go down, just because the US is so unique in their like gun yielding, whatever the word is, capabilities and allowances and what they have. But it doesn't really happen like that much anywhere else. So it goes to show like the type of violence and how much it occurs with the availability that they have it with, and the laws that they have around like all that, like bearing arms. It's just it's a scary reality to live through, because like if you think about it in your mind, like the scariest things to have to go around is like I wouldn't want to go out my door in the morning and have to worry about like
Making it to work.
like bears attacking me.
I get your point. I do get your point. Like we're beyond the bears. I know you're making
your point was
a reference to, or an analogy to bears to guns. Like,
but I mean, like it can elicit the same type of fear. Like depending on where you live and like the statistical like realities of guns being in your area, it's like, yeah, I would have a more difficult time stepping out of my door and being like, well, this is today. You know what I mean? Like I got like, it would be at the back of my mind, like, well, fuck, like this could happen at any time.
How do you know if you've never like honestly, like when I went to Arizona, everyone has a gun on them. Mm-hmm. I've never felt safer.
Like open carry or concealed carry or whatever the state.
Hey, can I get a gun? Here's a gun.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
And you can have it on you at all times. Like I actually never felt safer. The people were so nice. Like
your point was for self-defense. But if someone has it for self-defense, they could use it for other reasons. Why?
Yeah, but now,
reasons too.
but now the guns are only in the hands of criminals. Because if you want a gun, you can get a gun. Trust me. If you want a gun, you can have a gun by next week. So so now whoever has guns in Canada is only the people we really don't want to have guns. So it's like should we all have guns or should just the criminals have guns?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
That's my issue. Because even in my situation in the building, if everyone had a gun on them, like, because people are always chilling on the main floor and whatnot.
Yeah.
If everyone had a gun on them, first of all, that kid probably wouldn't have even attempted to probably shoot the other kid. And second of all,
But
guess
isn't
what? The 10 people that are like the 30 bystanders.
all shoot. So isn't that just like isn't that just counterintuitive? You're just gonna keep shooting more people.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like I said, it's a tricky
Slippery,
road to.
slippery soap.
Yeah, because like there are positive and negatives on both sides of the story.
Yeah.
There's no right answer. I'm just gonna say that from now. There is no right answer.
No,
I don't
because
think you're right on that.
you're not gonna get rid of all of them ever, because even if you like
But you
put
can
a ban on them, it only elicits that type of like contraband theory or like
Prohibition.
What is it? Yeah, the prohibition. Like you just do the underground. Like everything just goes through.
but you can limit it.
Yeah,
right?
but it's a false reality is what you're trying to perpetuate. Like it is a type of propaganda that like if you were to say like, yeah, we're banning guns and like, oh, here are the stats and like everything's safer now. Sure, on face value, like the streets on a regular basis, but like then you'll see an uprising in like other parts or other statistics and other things. Like it doesn't solve anything fully.
By the way,
reality we're living in is flawed regardless of what what stance you have. Because you're like you can't fully change the reality that we're in. And if you do, the impact will only take so long to take it like effect that we probably won't really experience it. We'll probably get like the initial parts of it.
and sometimes you're too far in to make a change. Like,
Yeah.
you can't just, like, I was thinking about it. I'm like, they can't just ban guns in Texas.
No.
It's impossible. Like, there's no way they can just go and, like, sometimes things are just too solidified.
Yeah.
Whether it's right or wrong,
Yeah.
you're too late. It's too late.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
Pretty much.
Everyone, go tell all those Texans, hey, buddy, we're going to need them
Is that your
guns.
Texan impression?
Excuse me, sir. We're taking your guns.
Mm,
Damn. Excuse me. You ain't taking my gun. Ain't no way, no how.
oh, you mean my cousin over there called Gun?
Oh, Jimmy Gunn? I love Jimmy Gunn.
He's a bad boy,
it.
though.
You can take him away all you
Take him.
want.
He'll cause you trouble.
He'll learn his lesson.
That little rascal. Don't take my gun.
What'd you say? What about my real gun and not my family member Jimmy Gunn? Oh, we're talking about Jimmy? Okay, no problem.
But don't take Jimmy Gunn's gun.
You're talking about Jimmy Gunn's gun? Everyone's just always in this.
That's what I'm worried about. Like, if we do have guns here, like, it's just gonna be this.
But that's what I mean. It's like having a bear on a leash. It's like the fear that it can bring to a situation is like, it's very real. Like you could end everything in a snap.
Yeah.
Or like in just a pull of a trigger.
It's right here. My
Yeah.
cousins they have it under their every single one of them. They have a gun under their. It's right here. It's right
Yeah.
here. If I can end anybody's life in this house with this thing behind my neck, I'm sleeping.
Yeah, I don't know. It like you said, you can't. There's nothing you could really do about it unless you want to see the change over time, and it takes time. Like I think that's the weird gripe about how people have with, especially in the U.S., like the presidential everything with like how presidents utilize their power and everything like that.
Yeah.
It's such an odd thing to critique and criticize, is because it takes so long to put new legislation and new laws and new everything into effect that you would need more than 8 years to accomplish it.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
It doesn't happen right away.
Yeah, and that's what everyone wants, is that if there's new power, they want change now.
Yeah.
And you're not going to get it. Like, it takes, like, progressive fucking... Not progressive, but, like, the idea of, like, having that take, like, progress into effect, like, over time
Yeah.
is what's necessary. Like, with everything now, it's all drowned out, and like attention span is all diluted into like just I want right now. I want my burger now, my TV show now,
Yeah.
everything, the whole series, the whole season.
Everything's now. Everyone's everyone's memory is very short. Like they say this is completely unrelated, but they say this about like fighting, like how like if you lose your most recent fight, that's the only thing people remember, the most recent thing. Even if you won 100 before that.
Yeah, everyone loves a donut. And it's such, even that conversation is so weird. Like, everyone loves Floyd, but Floyd's 50-0. Fighters like Julio Cesar Chavez, like, or other fighters. There's fighters who have had streaks where they go 60-0, lose one, and then they go like 70-0 again.
Someone did that. I forgot what it was. A very like prominent name. They went like 60 fights. They lost one, and then they went on a 140 fight win streak. But they're not undefeated. It's way better than
how old are they? How did they fight for that long?
Oh, back in the day, bro.
Yeah, it's back then, and the pro fights are considered like whatever venue is hosting the thing, and you're on that card. It's considered a pro fight.
Oh,
and if you're just doing that every weekend, then you're just racking up your professional fights.
Yeah.
So to people's credit, yes, the talent's a little more diluted because you're not fighting the top tier guys, but at the time, like through availability, you're getting the top athletes at the time going up against each other.
Still very impressive.
And yeah, it's impressive as fuck to box every week and like tally up that type of record, as opposed to guys now who are just going for the promotion and the money and publicity, this, that, and everything else, and all the fame. And then there's a scapegoat when you could be like, I don't have to perform to my complete best ability because if I lose, I'm making bank. You know what I mean? Or like if I lose, I'm still in my contract for 3 more fights, blah, 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 blah. But obviously that's a pessimistic way of looking at it. Like, obviously you want to look at each fighter and say, everyone wants a competitive reason to win. So that's why they're going to perform the best. But like, yeah, it's hard to like look at a fighter's statistical record and be like, oh, he's shit because he lost 3 fights. And it's like, no, he's a world-class fucking athlete.
All those fights he lost, their last names were a variation of Magomedov or Magostamidov.
Yeah.
So we're good here.
Yeah. Any Nurgamamama.
I think the most recent one I saw was Khabib Magomedov. Yep.
I like Usman
Nurmagomedov.
Nurmagomedov. Yeah.
If I have a fight and I see that name on the opposite screen,
My sphincter is just...
What happened with Asidania?
Asadanya.
Adesanya, sorry.
Yeah. Asadanya is he's fighting next week.
But
you're gonna come watch that or what?
Wait, the thing you sent us.
Mm-hmm.
That's Adesanya. He's fighting on that.
I know, but he said that he backed out.
No, dude. Oh my God.
You didn't even read your own meme that you sent us?
It was David that sent it.
Oh, David. You didn't even read David's meme.
It was like clitoris.
Yeah.
Like
it got injured, yeah.
Yeah.
So
were they just making fun of it?
He doesn't know what a clitoris is.
No, I do. It's like part of the vagina, right?
This sells so much as to who he is.
No, but I saw that. But I thought they were just making fun of him for leaving. So he's still fighting.
Yes.
Oh, okay, never mind. I thought he actually bailed.
No, you dumb little boy.
And cue the music.
Yeah, see you guys. 20 never. Gosh, man. That rock you're living under is really doing your makeup justice well. Patrick Star.
You worry me. I was going to call you Patrick. Shit. You worry me, RJ.
Man, Patrick.
Yeah, it's me.
Speaking of
Bender.
Patrick. Dude, how did we get here? We got from guns to RJ's an idiot? Or
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. That rendition.
I don't know. It's like, it's with guns. If you want to go back to guns, man. We can go
I
back
kind of
to
want to go back to guns.
I don't know. It's really
Yeah,
scary. with
Bring
all
the
Isn't
guns
it-
to Canada.
the public.
but isn't-
man. The public shootings and the thing. I mean,
You think we'd have more school shootings if we had like but no,
if our laws were like the U.S.
No. The U.S. laws are
100%.
flawed. If our laws were like the U.S.,
Wait, you think I would have a gun?
No, you wouldn't have a gun. You'd have a sword and you'd show up to gunfights with it. A little dagger.
why would he have a? Oh, I thought you meant like a samurai sword.
No. he wouldn't have the mental fortitude or strength to carry a samurai sword.
No, but we wouldn't have the same laws. We'd have like, my whole thing is like we'd have mental health. The number one thing is like a mental health check.
Oh yeah, maybe
Every year you got to renew it. You got to do a new mental health check every year. Like,
For sure.
I
I
wouldn't
mean-
have the same laws as like, can I have that? Yeah, here's the no. I'm obviously not for that. I think that's flawed.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
like it's almost like the availability of it is just. I mean,
It's
Like I
available
said,
regardless. I'm telling
I
you,
just-
if I want a gun right now, I'll have a gun tomorrow.
no, for sure.
I just don't want there to be school shootings, mass shootings.
No one does.
No one
Yeah,
does.
but-
But then there's people that do it.
I think if someone wants to do it, they do it regardless. Like if that kid who shot the kid in front of my house, if he really wanted to, he could walk into a school with
Yeah, but
2 of those guns.
I think
and
there's
just
an
start-
argument against that with like just the availability of it. So, like you said, you're not going to get it off the streets anytime soon, but just like the availability of the guns is the problem, and like the mass production of it.
Is there
And
any way to stop that though? Like even like there must be some countries like Norway or Denmark that have like no guns. Oh, Japan. No, Japan's a good example. They have like no
Australia.
Australia. Yeah, after that, like after their
yeah, they have a
So I think
lot.
there are
After the
ways.
mass shootings in like 96 to 94.
There has to still be guns circulating around though. I don't believe that there's no shootings.
No, of course, man. But like, it's just in the U.S. Like I said, it's law.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. By the way, I would never. I don't. But I still kind of felt safe in Arizona. I don't know why.
No, but that's what I mean. Like, it's just the availability of the weapon. If you remove the availability of it,
There wouldn't
and-
be those school shootings. Yeah.
Yeah, like it would spike down so much. Like the amount would be astronomical. It would be over 100%. Like the spike.
That I don't get why they can't just be like, okay,
Okay.
here Texans, you can have your guns. You can have your guns. Okay. This I like this.
Sure. Okay.
This
we'll
is
take
I
that,
like, but
No.
Oh.
Whoa.
but you need to do a mental health check every year.
What the hell's that?
But
You call me mental? My cousin Jimmy Gongs.
Jimmy Gunn. Jimmy Gunn.
So like, would you think people like in Texas or Arizona would be okay with like if they're like, hey, you can all have your guns still, but just you have to do like a mental health test. You have to and
I don't think it's so much mental health test if like you are worried about like the crazies getting a hold of guns, because if they are really crazy, they'll find a way,
yeah, that's true.
and that's the shitty part. But it's just the availability of it. You can't just walk into a Walmart and be like, "Hey, I want like
But you could do
a
that.
12 gauge shotty."
So are you saying? Well,
You could
okay.
do that though, right?
Pretty
Yeah, you can
much.
just
Like
walk
you
into
can go,
Walmart,
yeah.
you can go into a Walmart anywhere in the U.S. and just
And just ask for it.
there's a gun rack
There's a
as
gun
long as
store,
you're a
yeah.
citizzen and you're of age.
Yeah,
That's it.
Oh my god.
but are you saying okay? I'm
And
not gonna ask
states
you.
like Oklahoma or like whatever are trying to remove like the full need to register for a gun, because there's states where you need to register for a gun, have a weapon,
California,
have a
yeah,
license,
yeah.
blah 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 blah.
They're trying to just be like, "Ugh."
And if you've done those routes and you have it for the reasons you have it, then you do what you need to do. Then if there's a whole nother bracket of the type of weapons you have and the need for those, self-defense is self-defense
Yeah.
in whatever person's mind. I don't blame anyone,
Yeah.
because if an attack is happening upon you, however you like prepare yourself is how you do it. I'm not gonna fucking shade anyone for that.
I'll meet you guys halfway there because I feel like I'm more pro gun than you guys.
I'm not pro gun.
I'm indifferent. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not, but like I don't want to label myself like you're not labeling yourself either,
just
either
did.
right?
Yeah.
For the show.
Literally, choking on my bullshit.
I don't want to label myself, but I'm pro gun.
I lie so much. I'm a pathological. I lie.
He's a full-on Trump supporting, gun-toting, rootin' tootin',
I have Trump toilet paper. at home.
badass MFer.
At the bottom of my toilet paper thing, there's always just one Trump one we don't use. It's a roll of Trumps. Anyways, but like I'll meet you guys halfway. I'll meet you guys halfway here. But so you're saying if there was gun laws, just don't make the guns accessible? Like what do you mean? Like have them?
Yeah, like have like way
Like stricter.
way more strict laws around them, and like, but like you can't. It's a human right
In
the
America,
United
yeah,
States,
it
so
is, yeah.
you can't do anything about it unless you remove, because that's people's argument. You can't infringe on the right to own arms,
It's like infringing free speech.
bearing arms,
Yeah,
own
right?
arms, to Shooting arms.
Give me your arms.
Why, these are all my arms and I own them. You can't fucking take them away.
Oh,
No.
you're talking for like paraplegic people, right?
Thank you. Now we've crossed the full threshold. We'll be right back. No, you fucking moron. I mean, like, the fucking bare arms.
Like,
that
armed
are guns.
weapons.
Yes.
Armed weapons.
And
These weapons?
those are pistols. Like
Yeah, they're still weapons.
Saturday night shooters. Like,
Those are BB guns.
those are pellet guns.
Those are.
I'll give him a step up from BB.
I take it back. I'm not pro gun. I don't want RJ with a gun. If RJ can buy a gun, I don't fucking want.
I don't want a gun.
Dude, if you had a gun, fuck.
I don't want a gun.
I don't know. It's just it's a scary idea to think that if they're everywhere, it's like that's what I mean. It's just like going outside and there being like a bunch of killer birds.
But-
It's like why do I live in this reality?
But do you know what's scary to think?
What?
Children in Canada are being taught LGBTQ plus.
Man, what are we doing?
I gotta use the washroom. Take a minute to settle.
We'll be right back after these messages from no one because we need to reevaluate what we're doing here. What are you talking about, man?
You can't do that. You really can't do that.
Why? It was a good segue.
It was not a good segue.
It was not.
Really?
I think you have trouble understanding like what's available to talk about. I don't know, man. If you really want to discuss about it, sure. Let's peep your weird perspective, alt perspective on what LGBTQ plus means to you.
No, it's okay.
Because it's reality in your world, but
I just thought it was messed up.
okay,
That was it.
sure.
We don't have to talk about it.
Yeah. We're back.
Oh, we didn't do the clap at the beginning. We, have
It's
to,
okay. Don't worry.
we could do it now.
He's not editing this and then putting it in the beginning.
It's not how it works at all. You have it very backwards, my friend.
Yeah, my bad.
This is Pulp Fiction.
RJ's
I
in.
just want us to start in the middle and then go back to the beginning and then go forward to the end and then back to the beginning.
I didn't
again
watch
and
that
then-
movie yet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we know.
Yeah.
We know.
I figured.
We could have bet.
I'm so
our
glad.
whole everything.
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wouldn't. It's not worth it though, cause how mad would you be if you watched it with him, and then at the end he's like, what the fuck? Why? I don't get this shit.
That probably would be.
It would
Be like-
infuriate me.
That'd be like every movie with him.
He'll be like, wait, that happened already though. At the beginning, end, the time, in the middle. You're like, fuck.
We spoke about guns, and we went a little bit.
That
Dude.
song.
Too deep.
Guns don't kill people. Nuh-uh.
People kill people, guns don't kill people.
That's not a song, but it's okay.
What song is that?
I just made it up. You guys want to do a song?
Okay, let's go do one.
You want to make a song right now? No.
I kind of want to do one like how like me walking down like
Oh. Me walking down the street, feeling so good to. No, you can't.
You can't rip
copy
it
that
off.
straight. That is a good song though.
I'm not good with improv.
We know.
Yes.
It's okay. That's
Can I-
good.
okay,
That you're claiming your insecurities.
For the sake of
But
Go.
I was gonna say
No.
you go. You go.
no go.
I was gonna say you wanted to talk about more debates, right?
I wanted to ask you guys something.
What?
It's something I do. I don't think it's necessarily healthy.
Masturbate? I do that.
I love
Go ahead.
no. Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily healthy. I've only asked one person, but this person is so similar to me.
Okay.
It makes sense that he actually does this, but I need some better statistics on it. I need some more, maybe some a little bit more normal.
Okay, what
people.
is it?
Well, may I get people's attention, please?
You may.
Okay, thank you. So I do these things where like I daydream about like me getting like stage 4 cancer.
What the fuck?
Okay.
And then like I go in my daydreams, like I'll go up to people, like let's say like an ex-manager from work, like I'll go up to him and be like, yo man, like I got stage 4 cancer. And then
Okay.
And then he's like distraught, and like this is all in my daydream, by the way. But then he's like oh no, and then like in my daydream, I act so cool. I'm like, dude, what if I die, I die. And then I just walk away, and then in my daydream, I'm imaging him like, man, he's so cool. He doesn't give a fuck about to die.
I think this is some weird backwards form of like OCD and hypochondria because I don't know what reality you're living in, man.
You guys don't do this?
Like,
No.
Like plan out your funeral, and they're like, it was so good, and
Well, sometimes I think about dying, but okay, not like
it's
that. Not like that.
I'm not thinking about
Not like that.
No, but like I'm not thinking about dying. Like I'm just playing out these hypothetical scenarios in my head, and they bring me joy.
okay.
You guys don't do that. I knew I'd be an outcast here. You guys
No,
don't do this.
I wouldn't necessarily say I don't do that. I don't like do it to that degree.
So
Like I do have like intrusive thoughts from time to time, and like
give me a scenario you'll put out. You'll do in your head.
I don't know. You just worry about the worst sometimes because like of like experience of life, like things people have been through. So you worry about like, oh
If
shit,
you
I
get
wouldn't-
that too.
Yeah, like I wouldn't want anyone to be in like a tragic situation or anything like that.
I don't think you guys understand what I'm doing here. This is not any. This brings me joy.
It's weird joy. I'm
Yeah,
gonna be
that's-
completely frank with
I-
you. But
like-
I,
you're
I,
a
understand, I
psychopath.
understand it. I understand it.
Like
You're a
I'm.
psychopath.
Come on, please.
Please understand my psychotic behaviors.
Like I'll do like I'll just do like random. My buddy, should I call him out? My buddy David, he does the same shit, but like we're also very.
It's David.
It's David, yeah. His parents spelled his name with an I instead of a fucking
David,
Fox.
is that
David
David?
has an I already.
How do you spell it, David?
You mean with the E?
No, it's D-I. No, David. Oh yeah, it does, but it's D-I-V-E-D. Oh yeah, they got both of the things wrong.
David.
Dived.
Dived.
His name's Dived.
What happened to him? He dived.
Oh,
Do you mean dove? No,
He
he
dived.
dived. Or it might be dived. I don't know.
There's David or dived.
he dove?
Dived into the water.
Did you just have a stroke? He dived. And
I had to think about it for a
the
second.
fuck am I? Hello? The
Wait.
Chinese are taking over. What's the
I had
AI
to think about it for a second.
The tip of my brain. Guns. I love guns.
Oh wait, have you guys heard about ChatGPT?
No, I don't know what that is.
No?
Chat GPT?
GBT.
GBD?
LGBT.
Chat LGBT?
It's just your clever way of.
No.
Conniving way of bringing it back
No.
around. He's like,
There's
I
no
know
way
how
you're
to
No,
get
it's
it.
the
clever.
AI. It's the AI that makes like stuff
Chat
up.
GPT, yeah.
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 Because you said you wanted to make a song, so put it into ChatGPT.
Chat GPT.
I actually put into ChatGPT like
Chad CBD.
yeah, it's Chat CBD. I asked,
THC with a grown man's ZBD.
you know, bro.
You have a surprisingly small LBD. And you're like, what?
You have a small PPD.
You have a small PPP.
Oh, PPP. Sorry.
Yeah.
What's
It's okay.
PPD?
Dab me up on that. Jokes.
Jokes, I won't even touch
Ouch.
you. You're a freaking loser.
All right,
Oh, your hands are slimy.
No, they're not. Oh, my beard oil.
You have a
My
beard?
What was it? Getting it up, but yeah. Oh, I guess you guys don't want to talk about it anymore, but that's what I do for fun.
That's
Yeah,
good.
I don't
That's
have.
good fun.
I don't do that, bro. I just like sometimes.
I thought he would be on my page here. I thought he would do the same shit.
Who, me or no?
Noemel. I thought he would be like, oh yeah, I daydream about this shit all the time, and it's I make
Not in that
scenarios.
way. Like,
No,
if I
his-
get
I feel like-
sad and, like, depressed, then sure.
So
No,
there's
but
no
it-
joy in it for you.
No.
I remember you talking to me about it, like how sometimes if you're driving, like this is for me too. Like if you're driving, you're like, oh, like what if I just, you know?
Yes, one of those where you're like, right off the road.
I think about that, like, oh, like what are the consequences if I were to do this? Like, oh, I'd be,
Yeah, of course.
yeah. But it's not like I get
And
joy
then
from
your
it.
mind wanders and you're like, oh, shit.
I don't get joy from it. That's weird.
I don't know. I guess, like, from, like,
You're
a
weird.
comedic, like, cinematic point of view, from, like, the way, like, movies would break it down, like I said, I understand where he's coming from.
Yeah.
I don't do it.
If any of you guys do that,
Comment down below.
DM me. We'll get along.
Sure.
We'll get along.
What'd you dream about today? Just like a tumor in my brain that I'll probably die from. Oh, cool. How long did you do that for? Well, 3 hours.
No, but he's just daydreaming though, so he's wide awake.
Oh yeah, I'm wide awake. I'm just
Yeah,
sitting in
that's
my
what I
bed
mean.
like this.
What'd you do today? I thought about this.
You guys are doing it in the moment, like, oh, I'm driving. Oh, what if I did that? But no, me, I'm like sitting down making up these hypothetical scenarios. I'm just like, oh.
Very good. Very good.
You probably get
Very
aroused from it
productive.
too.
Sorry,
You could probably get aroused from it too.
that's too much. I don't.
I think
Come
now you're
on.
trying to project because
Yeah.
this is what we do to you, and then you're like, let's try to get him to admit his arousal towards dead things. He's a necrophile. You like dead people and things and weird stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just weird to me. But like, it gets people on.
Can't kink shame.
Yeah.
It's not a
We are
king.
not kink
No, but
shamers.
no. Well,
It's
I
not a
said
king.
I said that's weird to me,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
That's fine.
That's
That's,
my
fine.
opinion. But there's other people that enjoy that stuff.
I just
and
respect you guys a little less.
you enjoy that stuff, so I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I still respect you.
Thanks,
Not
man.
fully, but
You've lost a bit of my respect because of it, but it's okay.
It's one of those things I wanted to know if other people did it because like you go on like TikTok and like you go on like
yeah, it's like a version
Reddit,
of it. Yeah.
but like you go on Reddit and you realize you have no original experiences. Like everyone's like,
Yes, I do know what you mean by that.
so this was one of those things where I was wondering, is this an original experience of mine or not?
Like I said, I have a varied version of that in my mind, but not that exactly.
Yeah.
Like I don't like picture what people would be like. Oh, what a fellow he is.
why don't you start a Reddit thread?
About this,
Yeah.
it's too much work. I just want to ask my buddies.
Well,
Why
if
don't you guys
post-
try it tonight
try
before
it?
bed?
Sure.
Try it.
Thank you for unlocking this new
Sure. Try it,
weird and creepy behavior.
and when you wake up, let me know how it made you feel. Not the moment of, because it's kind of weird. That's your moment. But yeah, try it. Let me know how you feel. Let me know how it makes you
Tried
feel.
it. Don't like it.
Tried it. I fucking hate it. You like men? No, I tried it.
Don't
but
like it.
I don't like it. Oh, okay. Try it
At
again,
least-
maybe. RJ's like, okay.
You gotta try 3 times before you know.
Yeah.
Bobby did that. He didn't he say that he sucked dick 3 times before he said he's not gay.
Before he says he's not gay? What?
Before he said he's not gay.
No, he got forced into sucking dick.
It's very
Oh, never mind.
yeah, it's different. Yeah.
Yeah, he was molested and he was put into bad situations. And I think he may have repeatedly said that he didn't enjoy it, but
Yeah. He jokes about it, but
I think that happened prior to him like
Wrong
actually
call.
losing his virginity. Because didn't he say that he was like a teenager or a kid or something like that when he was like being abused by that?
Down syndrome.
The
yeah.
guy with
syndrome,
Down syndrome.
Yeah.
And then like in other stories, he's like, I didn't lose my virginity until I was 23, like when I was doing stand up comedy, blah blah blah.
No, he didn't lose his virginity.
Oh, like
through like non-prostitution
yeah,
until
like
he was 23. But he was
making love the first
yeah.
time, yeah.
like he didn't actually get a woman without paying
Okay, yeah.
until he was 23.
So who knows what happened before that? I don't know. Bobby lived a very dark and twisted life, and I love him. He's the king of the world.
Comedy, yeah.
Yeah, and Bobby Lee deserves everything, and
I wholeheartedly agree. When you
he's-
guys are
he's
in
my
Toronto-
How do you get
savior- he's my
Kalila?
savior, and he's my
Kalila
leader.
doesn't even deserve him. Don't even fucking get me started on this.
You deserve Kalila?
It's my
Kalila-
message to Juicy, who's not going to see this. When you guys are in Toronto, come to our podcast, please.
Oh my god, that's like the biggest shot in the dark.
Juicy Jesse Johnson, if you're seeing this, come to this random Filipino dude's bedroom in his house, and let's make some. Let's do some podcasting.
Yeah, they get pretty weird in LA. I know Bobby Lee's brother has his in his apartment, studio apartment, and that's like a fun little nook corner to have a podcast in. But yeah, sure. Like Ashor said, if, and that's a big old if.
I'm gonna send her this.
Go ahead.
It's gonna ignore it. It's gonna get ignored.
Yeah, the general folder of
Yeah.
IG. It's okay.
Please,
Please help us. We love you.
we just love you.
Is there anything else that you guys wanted to debate about?
I don't know. We found out that you're a scruncher.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That was an accident, guys. That was an accident.
Accident my ass. You fucking
Your ass.
lied.
No. So the thing was, I tested the theory out after the fact, and then I found out I was a scruncher. So,
That's fine.
but I fold after I scrunch. I mean, I scrunch. Yeah, I fold after I scrunch. Yeah.
Yeah. To each his own, man. You can do whatever you want. I don't care.
I mean, I daydream about dying and shit. So I guess scrunching your toilet paper isn't so bad. I guess
It's not the biggest tool in the world.
And you get joy from it.
I do. I really do get joy from it.
Wait, what gets joy from it? Is it just because like someone is saying good things about you after the fact?
Yeah, it's fucked up. It's
that
not
makes-
good.
I mean, that makes sense.
Let's do our very sidewalk psychological evaluation. That's my new thing. Welcome to my office. This is your sidewalk psychological examination or evaluation. Or
Am
whatever
I
said.
included too, or is it just him?
Just him for now. And we found out that Ashor likes to daydream about sick and twisted thoughts, like having stage 4 cancer and then dying, and then like also telling people about it and then being nonchalant. And it seems like he has an odd form of OCD and hypochondria, as well as a subversion of narcissism.
I like eat pies.
And that's okay, because everyone is their own version of weird, fucked up, ugly, but at the same time beautiful, perfect, and admirable. And that's okay. You think your thoughts. Mr. Beast, I want $5 million, please.
No, but
So-
have you seen his videos lately? He's been like getting so much criticism
Mr. Beast.
about what
Yeah,
he's doing.
I mean, the bigger you are, the more shadow that could get cast, and it just sucks that the people looking at you are always.
but he's like the modern day, what is it, philanthropist? Is it philanthropist for the people?
yeah, but I mean, like I said, like people will view it in an odd way. Like they'll be
Yeah.
like, "Oh, are you what reason are you doing this for? What publicity? You're trying to be the biggest person in the world, aren't you? Just
Like
are
the video you mentioned.
Jesus?
Yeah, this is
The
the
video
whole
you
this is the
mentioned
whole
last
debate
week?
with your like internet fight thing. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
it's he's getting people. He's helping the world. It's fine, I guess. Like it is what it is. Like
Yeah, the criticism can come and go. It's
even if there's some negative to it, the positive outweighs the negative. Like
yeah, but that's
Mhm.
always it's just taking a grain of salt with everything. Like regardless of what people say, it's not your thoughts. What's important is what you're thinking about yourself and
Yeah.
what you know in your values is right or wrong.
dude, you taught me. You didn't actually physically like say it to me or like it was like this is how you should think. But like I actually the moment I respected you for a while, but like the moment I really
And no longer.
the moment I really respected Noemel is when we were at like a job we used to work or
Yeah,
he
yeah.
used to work at, and everyone was like demonizing him
Wait, why?
because
I just say how things are. Like I'm not gonna hold anything back.
and
I don't
it's different
care.
with like they have people act as just because he's a man and someone else is a woman or an older woman that they can't.
What's your name?
People act like just because someone's an older woman or like a woman that they can't be wrong or that you shouldn't call their bullshit out. And so people like for a short period of time like demonized Noemel
Like everyone.
like
thought
yeah
was-
like
thought I was like some bully
piece of shit
yeah.
bully psychopath and the reason I respect him so much I'm like dude like don't you like care about like going up to people like being like oh dude this isn't like I'm not like that like what this is what happened. He's like it's like dude I know myself, I know who I am, I don't give a shit about what other people think. I know I'm like holy shit I care so much about I have to like go and be like no this is what happened and this is what happened.
Yeah.
We're good now, right? He's just like he knows himself, he knows who he is. He's fucking good. He doesn't give a shit about the noise around him, and that's when I fucking respect it a lot.
Nice, bro. I appreciate that.
No problem.
I mean, yeah, that is my mindset because I can't control what they think. You know what I mean? Regardless of what I do, at the end of the day, even if I try to like amend all my rights and all the wrongs that I've done, I still cannot control what someone thinks of me, even if it's positive or negative. So the best thing to do is take it as it is and just be like, well, can't fucking change it anyway. So
That's
For
a
like-
good way to think.
It is for like a 24. You were 23 or 24-year-old at the time.
Yeah.
That's a fucking very, very mature and hard way to think.
well,
man.
yeah, because
it's a hard way to think.
think about that.
You want
situation.
everyone to like you.
Yeah, I still
I
do
was,
that.
but yeah, I was eating a bunch of shit figuratively for
Dude.
so long, and I just like,
People thought you were like the devil, bro. Like
yeah, but I'm not gonna hold my tongue to someone who's just either spreading lies or just causing chaos all the time. of course I'm going to call it out and avoid like, and that's something like, that's another thing I explain, like either to you or to anyone who's like willing to listen, is I'd rather take the short-term pain and like the figurative bullet of going through that BS than the prolonged version of whatever the fuck like neutrality is going to cause. Because if I'm just trying to be like civil with that person just to get through the day, then it, like over time is just going to build up and build up and build up, and I'm going to be like, then it's going to cause a different problem. As opposed to me like confronting it now, dealing with it, and just dealing with that. It's either
So,
way you're going to eat shit.
There's no but the difference I'm trying to think about the difference is like the positive of this is there's no matter what problems are around you, there's no internal problem with you.
No.
So like even though it might affect, like you're still human, that stuff like
Exactly,
the demonizing
yeah.
it might affect you, but like the most important thing is like there's no internal conflict within you. Like so you're
Exactly.
saying you prioritize that over everything else, fuck everyone else, so you prioritize like your relationship with yourself.
Yeah, because if I lose any portion of myself through
Not
my
worth it.
own identity, then it's over.
Mm-hmm.
Because like or not that it's over, like it's make or break, but it's like it really wobbles the foundation. Because like if I lose a sense of who I am and like start to get skewed with what other people see, then I'm not living authentically, as like cheesy as that sounds. But it's I'm not doing like a true purpose type of thing. It's always like through other people where it's like can be the leading cause for what my actions are as opposed to like what my true intentions are.
Do you find yourself though that you slip out of that sometimes and like you do end up?
Wait, hold up. I thought this was his psychological session.
Oh baby, I'm a master at this, baby.
You flipped it on me.
I'm a master at this,
Did that reverse card on you?
buddy. You're next, pal.
All right, let's see what your issues
You
are.
actually, I Pulp Fiction this. I already did you during the beginning.
Yeah, you just don't
Oh, you
remember.
did me?
Yeah, yours is done.
He's like,
You're not even gonna.
You did me? Thanks.
I didn't know it was your type. After you called me cute the last episode, and this guy's
I know.
keep an eye on this guy, pal.
He likes superheroes, so you might have some type of superpower towards him. Super suck.
I'm sitting there next time. Iron butthole. That's gonna be my superpower against you, pal.
What?
Huh?
Huh?
Buddy, if you keep
Your
acting,
butthole?
if you keep acting how you're acting towards me, I'm gonna have iron butthole.
Iron butthole.
The Great Wall of fucking Iraq.
You're just walking down the street, you're like, dude, no way. What? Do you know who that is? What? Who? That guy right there. Holy shit. Is that Iron Butthole?
Guys, please. Guys, I'm just a regular person
It
like
is.
you
It
guys.
is. Mr. Butthole. Mr. Butthole. Yo,
Sign
RJ,
my-
that's Mr.
sign my-
Butthole.
sign my autograph. Sign my butthole. Sign my
Do
butthole.
you want me to do it?
Let's see it. Yeah. Let's see it. Whoa, it's... Oh, my God. Oh, my God, my ring.
It's dark.
Oh, sorry. I still can't control it yet.
It's the daytime. I only control my iron butthole at night.
I only control when there's someone fawning over me.
RJ comes out of the room. You're like, ding, 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 ding.
Ching, 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 ching. 7 walls just start. I can barely walk, just waddling.
I think that form of fantasy and admiration is a form of delusion. And that's your psychoanalysis.
Wait, what? What?
You daydream also in a different subcategory as Ashor, but it's fantasy based. And you also want people to think you're a wizard like Harry or like a staff wielder
yeah,
or
yeah, yeah.
yielder.
Will you do
like,
that?
Like Aquaman, or like he's the fastest man in the world.
You do
and
that?
has these like aspirations to be like a superhero because he wants to save the world and save the damsel in distress. But
Yeah, I
here's
don't
the
know.
reality. There is no damsel in distress. There is no one screaming for you to help them. It's you screaming for yourself.
You know how like
It's your own mind.
You
It's
know how
your
correct he is?
subconscious asking you to step up for yourself, but you're just willing to help everyone else in the meantime until you realize your back is against the wall and you truly need to help you, the damsel in distress.
you know how correct he is?
It's
No,
not actually like.
yeah, like when I watch movies,
Well,
like
he knows you fucking super well.
bro, when I watch movies, I'm like, oh my god, like I want to be like Harry Potter, like you know?
Seriously.
Yeah.
Told you.
I think about that shit.
We're
Like
fucking
oh,
best friends, man. Of course. I know.
I'm like Aquaman. I'm like, oh my shit, I control water.
Aquaman's. You like Aquaman?
I mean, yeah.
And that sub form of delusion leads you into a dark path of not addressing reality. And the reality is, like I said, no one needs help. You need to help you.
You don't help
Yeah.
yourself?
I don't help myself.
Seriously? Yeah, you went home today after work.
I
You
was
walked
already-
your dog. You cooked for your parents. Then you came here.
Yeah.
See? He walked his dog. He's not even doing it for himself. He's walking his dog
You're cooking for your parents.
because it's better for his dog than him. He already worked out for himself in the morning because it's his obligation.
Oh, yeah.
No, my parents. It was raining today. My parents want me to work out at night, run in the morning.
Real quick, I just want to get back to you because you didn't answer the question.
What?
Do you find yourself like caring about what other people think? Like, I know like everyone does, but like, is there certain moments where like it affects you more, or like a certain person's opinion you really like have to?
I really try not to let it like get me too high or too low. And that's like been my idea of thinking is like, you can't really get, like, I've always thought that way in a weird sense, but it all kind of came into reality like closer to when like even the Raptors won the championship. Like that whole mindset of like, don't get too high on your wins and don't get too low on your losses is because you like, there's always going to be a next game. If you're just okay with the idea of knowing that tomorrow's going to come and that like we're going to play basketball again in that idea of thinking, then I'm not going to have to worry about my losses that I had yesterday or the fact that we won, but I didn't score any points.
But you said tomorrow's gonna come, but sometimes tomorrow isn't promised.
That's what I mean. You just have to trust the process of like knowing that the universe is just doing its job and being okay with whatever comes next.
Yeah.
Because you like in all the realities, you can't control. There's so much out of your control that you just have to be okay with it. Like I said, like if you are okay to live in the reality of like in a more dangerous spot in the United States where gun laws are a little more loose and there's a tendency for it to be more dangerous for you, if you're okay with living in that lifestyle and you're like trusting with the fact that like this is my life and this is where I want to be and I can't control too much out of it and I'm okay with the moment, then you just live.
Yeah.
And that's why people like look at that and they're like, oh, how are they so joyous and happy and like they just live like that? It's because they, in some realities, for some of them, they don't have a choice. And they're just okay with life as it is.
Those are a little bit of the more extreme cases, but
Yeah, it's a very broad stroke towards like what life can be. But
Yeah.
if you apply those things to everyday thinking, then it's easier to get through life, in my opinion, as opposed to everything being so much more complex. It's a sticky road to fucking walk down. But
no,
But that's a good way of thinking, though.
yeah,
It is.
I think so.
I really like. I'm telling you, like,
I
I really
applaud
envy.
you. I applaud you for that.
thank you,
I
gentlemen.
really envy that way of thinking.
Okay.
Bro, Chris sleeping.
Yeah, man. You're trying to clap. I hate life sometimes.
Wait, I didn't do anything.
I just like demonizing you.
Demonize me right
Yeah,
now.
like that old woman did to me. What's your name? You're the demon? You're the demon? You're
I
like,
still have
"No."
to talk to her. You know.
You're the demon. And you're like, no.
I'm David.
I'm just trying to throw out the garbage, man.
I want to do the accent so bad.
Trying to throw out the garbage.
But
6 a.m. Can we just, come on.
this might enrage Noemel.
What's
but-
your name?
This might enrage Noemel, but like I'm actually not on bad terms with her. Like
That's fine,
Yeah,
man.
like-
Like I said, you do you.
like personally, like
I think I'm like Ashor. I'm not like the way that you think. Like if I don't confront people about certain things.
oh no, I confront people.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
I don't confront them. I just like
dude.
let it go and like.
That's if you genuinely don't give a fuck and let it go. That's a different story. But if you're like letting it go because you're a passive person, like or like you're scared to confront people, that's
Yeah.
that builds up inside of you. But
Yeah.
if you're genuinely a person who like I don't like I'll just.
It's
let
not
it
that
go.
I don't give a fuck. It's just that like I'd rather just like
Sorry.
just say for example people that I work with. I'm not gonna like not act towards them a certain way because certain things happen, but I'm still gonna work with them.
That's fine, but to give Noemel the benefit
Yeah.
of the doubt, he did give it like 5 months of patience
Okay.
before he snapped.
Yeah.
So
And,
he did follow kind of your route, but like there's a point where you got to be like, this is enough.
Yeah, of course. It's to your own evaluation of what you think. I don't blame you for like just having civil, regular conversation.
Yeah, like,
I can't hold hatred for like 2 years, 3 years.
But that's the difference with me too. Like a lot of people perceive my like confrontation and the way I address things as like personal, or they take it to a point where they think like I'm being malicious, or it's like an irreversible type of conclusion. And it's not. Like if I address something, and regardless of how I do it, I still have to show up to work.
Yeah.
Like I still have to be civil with you there. So it's up to also the other person to give the 50% back, knowing that like what the relationship could be like.
Which you didn't receive.
No, man. What the?
I'd still be civil with someone. I'd still be civil.
Yeah, of course. But that's like,
I think
on
his
my
case
end,
was
that's what I'm
beyond that.
saying is even if I were to confront someone and they were to have an issue with me,
You'd still be civil
if they
with them.
came up to me again afterwards, I'd still be like, I wouldn't be like, yo, what the fuck? What?
Yeah.
Why are you still trying to talk to me, bro?
There was no reciprocation on his end. So like, and most adults they'll reciprocate somehow, or they'll.
I thought she brought you baklava.
You're fueling a fire that is.
Yeah, I can see his brain going places. I can see.
I hate that cuisine.
You don't like baklava?
No, because you don't know my name.
Can I tell that story? I'm gonna have to quit next week if I tell that story.
No. Let's reserve it for a good one.
Did you
All right,
say that story on the podcast?
No, that's a separate story. I think I'll tell it when Daniel's here too, because he would love to hear it. But
Which one? The other, like
with me and you in the car.
Oh
and
no, that we'll save that one for another time.
Okay,
Daniel needs to be here.
That
story is we need to be
recap.
Removed affiliation from there, and then we could like give even vague details more so then than now.
Okay, so we gotta wait till I leave so we can make it a little more specific to get.
Yeah.
It's guys, holy shit! This story, oh my god,
very very worth it.
Yeah, it's very worth the wait.
Very like reality TV drama.
Yeah,
but fun.
It was very fun.
Funny. Oh my god, I was laughing so hard.
And people might demonize Noemel for the certain stuff he was doing.
I see how things are, man.
Look, just because you're old doesn't mean. Like my dad does some piece of shit stuff sometimes. Like we'll be at the grocery store and like I remember once like 5 years ago like he's checking out like some toilet paper and he's like this is $7.99. It's show $5.99 over. I don't know why he's Russian. It's show $5.99 over there. She's like, no, it's $7.99. And he took it and he threw it in her face and he's like, I don't want it. So if I was if my dad's 60, but still like I would expect the person to be like, you fucking piece of shit. Just because he's 60 doesn't excuse him from that type of behavior.
Yeah.
No.
So even if it's my father, like I understand, like that's shitty behavior. Like that doesn't excuse you from shitty behavior.
Did
So
you at least apologize for him?
Yeah, I was like shitting myself. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I was younger. I was like 17, I think. And
You're
I'm
like picking up the rice and you're like, I'm so sorry.
He'll beat me if I say anything.
You're whispering. You're like, he'll beat me if I agree with you. So, fuck you. I mean, fuck you, bitch.
Yeah, but yeah, just because you're old doesn't fucking excuse that
No.
type of behavior.
Not at all.
I don't like
No,
nothing excuses shitty behavior.
No, there's no true justification for anything that you do. You just have to own up to what you've done and play it in simple, and then just move on. I think that's the best way to deal with anything, because the people like where you get caught in situations like cart narcs or whatever that shit is, bro.
Holy shit! I've spent 3 hours yesterday watching Cart Narcs. It's
Like,
so funny.
It's
Okay,
hilarious because it's people who are too prideful. Like their argument is, there's people who get paid to do this.
I hate that argument so much.
People get paid to do a lot of stuff. There isn't a full like list of like retrieving carts. There's people who gather carts from the little central spot location, and they bring it back to the store. And if you get like
Well, no, technically,
Wait,
I've worked.
narcs. What are you referring to people that like the
narc out on
Okay, so
people
there's
who
this
don't
one
put their
guy-
cart
card back?
Yeah,
Oh.
there's one guy on YouTube who like has a whole brand around people who like don't return their carts. By the way, we're all cart returners here or what?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I don't just throw my shit and just be like, someone else deals with
Yeah,
this.
it's. But anyways, yeah.
You
so
know what
I'm
I
glad
do? You
we're
know
all-
what I do? You know at Walmart how there's like a
You scrunch it up your ass.
no. You know that's too big. I mean,
Sure it is,
if he
pal.
does because he has iron.
I have
will.
iron, I have iron butt. I can do it.
No, but you know how you know in the scene in Harry Potter where like you like go through the wall
Mm-hmm.
with the cart?
Yeah.
That's what I do.
So you damage
This is
property.
what I mean. See, fantasy and delusion.
No,
is just
like
completely
I don't,
out of a different realm.
I don't go through the wall, but like it looks like if from a side
You'd
profile,
want to. Yeah.
from a side profile, it looks like I'm going through.
Oh, when you're entering a store.
yeah, it like looks like I'm going through, but no, when I'm entering through the store, you know where there's like a shelter for the carts.
Oh yeah.
It looks like when I'm putting it back, it looks like I'm going through the wall.
That's the only reason why you do it.
Yeah.
You're sick and twisted.
What's
in so many
weird? What's
ways.
weirder? Cancer daydreams or this?
It's on par. It's just right there with it.
Yeah. You're there with me. But anyways, cart narcs. Thanks for sharing that, man.
Lord have mercy.
You know, you still want a girlfriend after this, right?
He's like,
Well, it's not my fault that I daydream about this.
You see, the thing that I do is I take my cart back so I can feel like Harry Potter. And you're like, you're how old again? 26? And you're like, uh-huh. And I take it and I put it back and I get my quarter back and I go,
And my dad sometimes hits my mom.
you thought this was psychoevaluation, right? Anyways, I love being Harry Potter. Are we going to go home and watch Aquaman? And you're like, the girl's like, we're not continuing this date ever.
So,
She's like, I'm deleting Tinder, all of them, because of you.
to milk or to sugar? Thanks for listening. But cart narcs.
that guy, pal.
You are that guy.
You're not that guy, pal. Cart narcs.
You are them. Anyways, yeah, cart narcs.
They them?
Cart narcs. Cart narcs.
Cart narcs, RJ, since you want to know, he basically finds people who fucking just leave their carts out and demonizes them. Like or not demonizes them, but he harasses
addresses
them.
them, yeah.
He addresses them and ends up. I'm on his side.
The people that go crazy is the reaction you want to
Yeah.
see. But like the people who own up to it, like he rarely records, but there was one
Rarely.
that I saw with like
The older guy,
yeah, the older black
yeah,
guy,
He,
and
he was
like,
so chill.
yeah, and he was like, well, you're right, I'm a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, you know what? You're a real man for owning up to whatever,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah.
But how can you just like get caught doing that? Like such a shit.
So he makes YouTube videos on just only that?
It's
pretty
amazing.
much.
They're amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
It's like
especially
POV.
would get hooked on it.
I think I've watched a few where someone
It's POV, and he just throws like a magnet onto the car or like a flag, and then he's like, well, you're a piece of shit. Go return your cart. And then they're like, no, that someone does it.
Was there a video where
They're
he,
like, fuck off.
was there a video where he blocked someone's car with the carts for them
No.
to okay.
No, I don't
I
think
saw a video of that.
But anyways, so I forgot why we even got here, but
no, just pride and like the whole idea of that stuff. I
yeah,
guess.
like that's also kind of runs back to the whole gun argument. Like you want all those people who would almost murder somebody over a
Yeah.
cart to have guns. So that's when I sympathize with you guys, and I'm like, fuck, maybe we should just really not have.
yeah, that's what I mean.
Like these, like there's people who, if you watch those cart narc videos, all he's doing is saying, just do the bare minimum decent human being
Exactly.
thing, and just walk for 3 seconds and return your cart.
Yeah,
And it escalates to the point where they want to murder this guy.
yeah. I don't know, man.
I-
It is what it is.
Yeah, I don't know. Isn't it just like you waste more time out of your day and
We're at an hour 15.
oh, shit.
Yeah, we should probably cut it.
Okay,
Sorry, man.
that's okay.
No, you finish your topic.
That's okay.
Go ahead.
Finish.
No, I was just
wanna
gonna say you're wasting more time out of your day to
Bro, they go
Time
on
and
for like
energy
20 minutes.
when they could just put it back.
Yeah.
That's it.
Sometimes they follow them with the cart trying to hit them, and they pass like 7 cart stations. They could have just turned in and instead of trying to follow them and hit them with the cart, just put it in the carting station.
It's the idea of like cheating rather than studying, but
You
yeah.
gonna tell me what to do?
Yeah, exactly. I'm a grown man.
I'm a grown woman.
I'm a grown
I could be a mother.
and I'm not
Hey,
gonna
your
put
father.
this car back.
Fuck. What do you think? You think you can talk to me like that? Anyways,
Yeah. That's all idea. Regardless. But yeah. You guys good?
Good.
Anyways.
thank you for listening, guys. This kind of went all over the place.
I know.
But yeah, just appreciate the routine and sticking to hopefully a regular schedule. But yeah, we'll be back in a few weeks, a week or two, and with a new episode, a new recording. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next epi. See ya. Peace.